Hello and welcome to another episode of Course Creators. I'm your host, Sarah Cordiner, and today we are going to be talking about putting ourselves out there, slopping on the lippy, both metaphorically and really, and getting ourselves out in front of our audience, on camera, in person, in a way that makes us feel confident. Now, this isn't your usual tech podcast today. Today, we're going to be talking about us. We're going to talk about ourselves. We're going to be talking about how we feel about ourselves when we are going out into the world to lead, to help others, to educate, to share our message with the world. One of the biggest parts that come with being a successful presenter, a successful leader, is when we are feeling confident within ourselves, when we're feeling confident about ourselves. And I know for a fact, having been in this industry for a very long time, that if you're having a bad day, if your self-esteem is low, if your confidence is low, if you're in a place where you feel like you don't look your best, then your presentation, your leading, and your teaching is not necessarily going to be its best either. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about not just our presentation on the outside, such as our skin. We're also talking about how we can take care of ourselves in terms of well-being, in terms of health, to make sure that we feel our best physically from the inside, so that we glow in our hearts and that we glow in our minds, so that then we literally glow on the outside. Today, I have an incredible friend of mine, Kim Lee Sambolec, who is the founder of the Skin Wellness Academy and the creator of the Skin Transformation System. And today, Kim is going to give us some tips on how to look after our skin so that we are glowing, we're feeling confident out there on camera about how we look, but also about how we actually do that from the inside. Kim, it's so wonderful to have you here today.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be on here today. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely amazing. Now, Kim, you have quite a story actually, and it's amazing. We've had a few chats over Zoom and talked about your background and how you've got to where you are today, which is a very well-known consultant, coach, and educator in this space of skin wellness. But it's not just about skin and pretty looks and lipstick. There is actually a very big story that comes behind why you care so much about this. And from what you've told me, you know, there was so many years ago, there was a time where you would never ever in your life have imagined yourself being on camera and presenting to others because you just didn't have the confidence to do that. Can you tell us a bit about your story and why you care so much about this?
Wow, Sarah, thank you for taking me back about 25 years just right now. It just reminds me of how old I am today. So age comes with wisdom and knowledge and life experience. So that's amazing. And I wouldn't be having the level of confidence and to be on camera right now, and to be interviewed on a podcast and just be, on YouTube and doing Facebook Lives and stuff with my audience today. We didn't figure it out along the way somewhere. And so the story that you're talking about 25 years ago was the period of time where I really suffered a lot from acne and self-esteem and confidence. Because of that. And so it really affected my internal energy, the way that I felt about myself, the way that I looked at my world, the way that I faced other people. And so people often ask me, Kim, do you have a photo, of what you were like? Because I tell this story all the time now with ease. It gets easier every time I tell this story, even though it still does strike emotion, and my mind still comes, to that place. And it's not 100% easy, but it's getting easier. So I don't have a photo, I hid from the camera, and I don't have a photo of myself back then. And even now, like when I have a bad day or when I have a bad month, or I'm actually, stressed with work and I haven't been self-caring or looking after myself as much as I personally need, yes, the odd pimple or the dry skin or the uneven skin tone does creep up. But thankfully, with all the years and years of knowledge and experience that I have of taking care of my skin and teaching thousands of other people to do it, I can actually get my skin to bounce back very quickly without it piling up and then ending up in a place where it would affect my self-esteem and confidence. So I guess that's my biggest passion now, is to be able to share that knowledge with the world, for people who really care about their confidence and their energy levels from within, to be able to really seriously glow from the outside and then have that healthy, hydrated skin that is the biggest organ in your body. So it really represents what is what you have inside of you as well. So it's not just about looking great on the outside, it's about feeling good in the inside to reflect it on the outside.
Definitely. And this is just incredible. Yeah. A woman who once upon a time was too frightened to even have a photograph taken because you felt like you just didn't look great, now has created multiple online courses, and you now, present online in front of hundreds of people all of the time. And you do it with just so much energy and vitality and just this beautiful, beautiful energy, which shows that, you are glowing all the time. Now, it's such a big thing, isn't it, Kim? Just going on camera, it can be really confronting at the best of times. But I can think back to days where I had this giant zit growing off the side of my face. Let's face it, ladies listening, at the time of the month as well, we always get that special bunch of friends that join us on our faces, and it can really put you off wanting to go out there.
It makes you think about the lighting. It makes you think about, the angle. It makes you think, can I smile to the extent that I want to smile? Because is it going to reveal that zit, or is it going to crack the makeup that I've piled onto my face just so I can hide it, from the world? It's really, and instead of focusing on your audience or focusing on the material that you want to deliver to help hundreds of thousands of people out there that really need our expertise, we're focusing on that big zit that, it comes and goes. And then it really is a reminder of how much love we've been offering to ourselves, coming up to that. It doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's been building up, So I know that I only ever get a pimple nowadays if I haven't slept for a few days, if I went and binged on wine because I went out with friends on the weekend, or if I got too tired and didn't clean my face, or whatever it is, it doesn't come out just in the middle of nowhere. So
yeah, it's so true. And I can look back to times when I used to feel very, very conscious of, if I had the big zit on the chin or something, I think, I'm going to have to put off my filming now for a few days, or I won't do a YouTube video, or now I'm going to put off that live stream. And it's quite interesting to look back at that. And I know a lot of people are very much in that situation right now, so I'm certainly not judging. I've been there. And after a while, I suddenly thought to myself, I started getting all these messages from people going, oh my God, I loved your video. That helped me so much, or that changed my life, or I didn't even realize that was a thing. It's completely transformed the way I do stuff. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm sitting here looking at myself, thinking about me, when actually everything we're doing as online educators is all about those people we're serving. And you know what? Nobody ever cared or commented on my video with the zit on my face. Nobody ever went, oh, great story, bro. Shame about your giant zit on your chin. People are coming to our content not for how we look or anything, but for what it is that we have to share. But still saying that, it helps if we are feeling great when we're doing it. So Kim, for people who are currently in that space right now of going, my physical appearance really is important to me. It really does matter to me. And actually my confidence and self-esteem feels so kicked in the nuts when I am not looking my best. What can we do? How can we help people who are in that situation at that particular moment? I mean, would you tell them to wait a few days? If you have any tricks to calm down a big breakout or something, what can we do if we're like, oh my gosh, I've got filming day booked tomorrow. I've promised people this online course is going to get out there, and now I look like, a speckled-toed frog. What do we do?
Well, it's an ongoing journey for me to learn this lesson as well. It's definitely one of the toughest lessons we've got to learn, but it's doable because I know that from how I felt 25 years ago, it's definitely different from today, and what I've learned over the years is that just breathe. So do like a 5-minute meditation, just really deeply breathe to connect your mind with your body. So then your mind is not going to endless places where it's causing you to freak out, and it's causing you to feel like you're not good enough, or feel like you don't look good enough, or feel like you need to do it perfectly rather than just doing it. Like, what's more important, perfection, or is there even such a thing as perfection, or just getting it done? Like, and once you get it done, you will most likely, well, in my experience, if I get something done and I don't feel like it in the first place and I was going to hide, hitting that live button and you kind of adrenaline just wakes you up straight away. You don't even think about the zit anymore because you got to be on, you know, and you got to, that's a switching on button. So sometimes just not engaging with those not so good thoughts and just finding a way to switch them off and refocus your attention on something else, it does the trick. So that would be my trick to avoid the zit.
just do it anyway. Do it anyway. Yeah, it's amazing.
Do it anyway. And if you want to feel better, then okay, get the foundation that I have, because it's the best foundation in the whole entire world, because it doesn't cause your skin any more like blockages or skin issues or inflammation or redness. It actually counteracts all that, treats your skin while covers up your zit. Okay, so then you can feel much more confident just to get on camera and just get it done and help those thousands of people that are waiting for you.
Now, and I know Kim's going to leave us a link in the show notes as well. So if you do want to check out what foundation Kim's got there, it is down in the show notes as well. All right, so we're going to take that zit and we're going to say, zit, I raise you, and we shall go forth and educate and change the world anyway, because people are coming for my knowledge, not my zit today. All right, so let's just talk about, you know, ongoing. All right, we've got the zit right now, just crack on. But how can we stop our old little zitty friends coming up in the future? I know you've got so many tips, and this is a massive subject. I have been lucky enough, by the way, guys, to see inside Kim's course. It is incredible. Well, one of a couple that she's put together lately. You know, there's a couple of different things, isn't there? There's the outside and there's the inside. And I know that you're a very big advocate from what's outside is inside. So look, can you just hit us with some tips, with some things that we can do as presenters, course creators, people on camera, so that we can eventually get to a point where we don't have to deal with this problem of having to ignore the zit anymore, but also, you know, keep ourselves maintained at feeling completely full of vitality?
So thanks for asking the tips, Sarah. As you mentioned, there are loads and loads of tips on that I have about how to have healthy, hydrated skin from the inside out. So you can have really amazing confidence and be really prepped for going live on camera or for presenting in person. But the 3 tips that I'll mention right now are things that I would never go without. And that is to really get my body hydrated. You know, I want to help my body to eliminate as many toxins from the inside as possible, and that is water. You know, and tip number 1 is our water levels within the body. Being female is about 55%. We're made up of 55% water, and for men it's like 60% water, 58% water, or something like that. So we're made of massive amount of water. So just really ensure that you're drinking enough water for your body. The calculation for that is usually 33 mils per kilogram of body weight. So then you really know how much water you need to take leading up to your event. Make sure it is adequate amounts. And if you are really you know, doing a lot of hours to prepare for your event and you're drinking lots of coffee or maybe sometimes lots of wine, remember it's a diuretic as well. So really endorsing water to help you feel good from the inside out and really to feel awake. I'm not talking about water to keep your skin hydrated though, because only 12% of the water you drink actually gets to your skin. So if you want to really glow from the inside out, water first and then skin preparation to get the skin hydrated after that. So how I prepare my skin for an event or to go on camera is to really make sure that I'm effectively exfoliating my skin. Because if you have lots of dead skin cells hanging on the surface and uncleansed makeup and things like that, you know, and clogged pores, it's going to be all lumpy and bumpy, and it might not make you feel so great and so confident being on camera or in front of other people. So effectively exfoliating is one, and I can definitely talk all day about how to effectively exfoliate, but we'll just leave it at that for now. When we go on to the 3rd point is really to make sure that you are cleansing your skin effectively. So that goes hand in hand with exfoliation as well. So double cleansing at night. Always double cleanse with a cleanser that doesn't strip your skin, because your skin has a beautiful oil, or it should have a beautiful, nice oil layer on the surface. And if you cleanse with a really stringent cleanser that strips the skin's barrier, then there's not going to be a glow on the surface of the skin at all. And it is going to be either really dry, or it's going to be flooded with oil that you're going to be wiping off your face, and it will make you feel self-conscious. Either way will make you feel uncomfortable. So you want to have the balance on your skin. Yeah, so they're the three.
Wonderful. And I love that they're so simple. There's something we can all do. None of us are going to have to go out and buy expensive stuff to be able to do that. Now, Kim, this is something you've been doing for years, helping people find their self-esteem, find their confidence, find their energy, find that glow that we all want to have. I just feel that when you come to camera with that energy, you do mesmerize and capture your audience more. Now, I'm not saying that anyone who doesn't have the glow isn't going to. I mean, that's obviously not what this is about. It's your content will do that for you, but you just create that extra level of energy and engagement with people when your energy is in that glowing space too. Now, you've been doing what you do for years and years and years. But you've been doing that traditionally for traditional consulting, traditional coaching, face-to-face services and everything. And you have just, at the time recording this, just gone through my course creation group coaching program and produced not one, but 2 online courses in the last 30 days, where you've transferred this years and years and years worth of your expertise into self-study online programs. Now, there's obviously a lot of course creators listening. Some people are already doing it. Some people are just about doing it. And I love to bring people on the show from all different industries to show people that it doesn't matter what industry you're in. Everyone can do this. Now, I would just love you to share with everyone, what has been your experience like going from, traditional educating, coaching, consulting to moving to this kind of self-study online course version. What's that been like for you?
Wow, Sarah, it's been one word, a relief. Honestly, like one-on-one coaching, I've been trying to move away from that for a long time. And then I've been doing a lot of live group coaching at events. And then, of course, live group coaching online as well. But then nothing that is what you have taught me to do, is to record. And I love doing videos. I like being on camera, like more and more every day. The more I do it, the more I get more confident with it, of course. But if I'm not on camera for, say, a few weeks or a month or something like that, sometimes when I'm on holidays, the first time I go back and face the lens, I'm kind of like, I get the butterflies in the stomach and I get nervous all over again. It's just humans. We're just amazing, amazing creatures. So it's been such a relief, because now I just give a link and then people can go and know exactly my philosophy and my system of how to transform their skin from the inside out. And I don't have to repeat myself over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's amazing. So I love it so much. I'm addicted for life. I finished the first course, and then I'm now really wrapping up the second course, but at least I have the outline. I've got all of the other things that you've helped me to integrate already, because I did join the Done For You package, which was amazing. So I could, have my time spent on my business and let you do what you're great at. So that has been, it's been really amazing. Thank you, Sarah.
So good. And I think, this is one of the many reasons why people create an online course. Like you said, when you're doing all those one-to-ones all the time, it can become exhausting. You are repeating yourself over and over again, and you are limiting your income. You're limiting your impact. There are only so many hours in a day. Everyone listening, Kim's a mother as well, so when we are parents and partners and we have lives, we have businesses to run, like we chose our own businesses so we could try and have some work-life balance. And it's one of the biggest benefits of online courses, is you can now scale your business without actually exhausting yourself and actually completely freeing up your time. And so it's amazing to see, people like yourself, Kim, who do go through this process, as big as the learning curve is. But once it's done, and it's there for life. Creating a product that you can resell and resell and resell over and over again for the rest of the time. I mean, what for you, if people listening who are kind of on the fence of going, do I want to create an online course? Do I not want to create an online course? I mean, what tips would you give people? People might say to you, was the tech stuff hard? Was that hard? Was blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's all these different reasons why people put it off for a while. So anyone for any reason putting it off, I mean, what tips would you give them about now what you know about creating courses?
Well, right now, the biggest tip I'll give you, because I know that Sarah's made her 8-week online course creation course, that's usually $500. free right now, so get onto that. But if you're listening to this podcast later and that expired already, then still get that course, because it's just, you've made it so simple. You know, like every single video is short, sharp, and straight to the point, and then dummies like me who don't know much about techie stuff, you know, can just follow. And it's been, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's doable. You know, like we had like 100 people in our course creation group this time, and so many people published, and it was so amazing to do it in a group as well. So you really created that online community for people to hold each other accountable and to be friends and to do it together. Because otherwise, if I talk to my colleagues or to my friends or to my family about it, they're just like, what are you talking about? You know, so it's really good to have that community to go through and do it together as well. Something that can feel so isolating and feel so overwhelming, because like, I'm sure like so many people, like I had so many years and years of knowledge, like all trapped inside my head. I didn't know how to sift through that information to be able to just put it into small bite-sized tips where people can digest, or where it can be delivered easily onto a platform where people can just, you know, search for it or can answer their questions. And so the going online really helped to do that. It really helped to sort the information in my head. It really helped to make it easier for my audience to find the things that they actually need as well. So it really just helped my business. It helped me, and it helped me to understand my audience more. And I guess it helps my audience to be able to get their answers quicker, you know, and easier. Like I know that being a mom, I'm often up late at night, and especially in the breastfeeding days and stuff like that, you know, like we're up all night, literally, you know, feeding the baby for 30, 45 minutes, an hour and that. So I know a lot of my mom friends with young babies are still on their phones at that time. So they don't have time to book one-on-one consultation with me. They're feeling like crap. They don't want to face somebody to admit that, you know, they need help at that time, when they need help with so many other things in their life that are more priority than, say, their skin at that point in time. Yeah. And so it's easy to go online where people can just then click on those videos and watch you while they're feeding the baby or something like that. So that's one of the amazing feedback that I've had from sharing my course with my audience.
So good. And now you said, you know, you're addicted to course creation now, which is what happens to so many people who go through this program. They create that first course and they're like, oh, like it's copy and paste now. Now I know what to do. You know, it just gets easier every time you do one. So I'd love to know, you know, how are you planning to change your business now that you've got this online ecosystem? I know you got your second one already coming in just 30 days. And I know you've got a whole pile of other programs planned out. So how is your business going to be different now that you've got this element to it?
Well, when I first stalked you on your website and looked at your online school, and I was like thinking, my God, is this woman like human? How does she have like over 60 something courses? How is that even possible? And now, thank you for sharing your knowledge, Sarah, because I'm thinking, oh my God, it is really possible. Because I can repurpose my content, and my brain is now pinging left, right, and center, because like I can use like this video that I did, you know, a few years back, because it was like this and this. It was like literally now just a piece of puzzle that's all coming together, and I can actually sort it out into mini courses and then name them appropriately, so then people can actually search it, and Google SEO can optimize it a bit better and stuff. So I'm just super duper excited at the possibility of my business to be able to reach a even bigger audience, and then to be of service more, you know, to be and without having to actually tie up my time. Like of course it's all time up front now, but all of these courses and content that I'm creating is going to last me for years, rather than putting the time up front to consult one-on-one or to be at events and stuff like that, which actually is very time consuming to prepare and to market and to everything. And so now it's all going to last me for years. And especially with the direction the world is taking as well now, I don't know if it's ever going to be back to the old normal, right? This is the new normal, where everything is going to be much, much more online. I know for a fact that I'm loving being in my own environment, in the comfort of my own home, and being online and still actually feeling very connected to people. Like I don't feel like I've really lost that much of connection with people at all. Like, and that kind of comes to the more courses you do, the better you get with looking at the camera correctly, or setting up your studio so it really it makes you feel comfortable, so you can really reach your audience better. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, we've been having our little one-on-one chats and everything, and it's so cool to go. There was a time not so long ago where your whole entire days have been dictated by these one-on-one consults and times that your clients can and can't do and everything else. And here you are now already in just a couple of months planning out an entire academy. And you've got your Skin Wellness Academy coming up. You're going to have courses for lots of minute issues or problems or desires that people have, and you're going to be able to sell those programs individually. You're going to be able to sell it as a monthly membership program, and I know that you're in the background busily now pulling all of that together, and it's so mind-blowing how this can be done with the information that's in our minds. So we're coming up to the end of our show today. Do you have any final tips you want to leave anyone with?
A lot of my colleagues and my family, and it sounds like maybe Sarah couldn't believe that I kind of put 1.5 mega courses together within 40 days, right? And so I was really surprised at myself for being able to do that as well, because coming from a space where I had no idea what to do and no idea what I could deliver in an online course as well, and then coming to this point in time now, it's really amazing. And so I thought to myself, like, how did I do that? How did I do that and manage to run my family, look after my kids, look after my business and all of my clients, and look after myself? And so then there are, of course, moments where it was testing. And so I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to feel really tired, then my body is lacking. So when I feel really tired and my body is lacking, then what do I need to do? I need to actually put myself first and really look after myself, so then I can actually be out there to help my family, to help all the people that to help my audience, right? Like, without me being centered and without me being grounded and without me feeling well and feeling healthy, then my skin is not going to glow. I won't have the energy or the stamina or the confidence. I'm just going to be in bed. So if I'm going to be in bed and run down and sick, then who is that going to serve, right? So it's all about like being in front of camera and serving you and doing your best and serving your audience. But then it's all about coming back to you as well and really recognizing what it is that you need in order to do that. So I guess that's something that's really important if someone is trying to go online and trying to learn something new. It takes a lot of energy out of us to learn something new. So just really make sure that you're well nourished, well hydrated, really good diet, and really managing your stress levels and stuff like that as well to be able to be successful and still alive on the other end to enjoy it.
Oh, what a final thing to leave with. Yeah. And look, everyone listening, Kim has been really, really kind. She has given us a little freebie. And also there is a link to Kim's incredible online course as well in all of the show notes below. So go and check out the links in the resources section, because Kim has given you a little free gift. There is a link also to the products she's mentioned in this episode, as well as a link to her incredible brand new online course, which is going to help you glow from the inside out. And we'll wrap up today with just reminding ourselves that when we are full, when our cup is full, and we're taking care of us, when we are glowing from that inside, we are better able to shine a light on others. We cannot light up the world for other people if we ourselves are in a place of darkness. We all face those days. We all have those times. Life is not one single road of perfection. There will be days when it's dark. There will be days when you do not feel yourself, when you are low and run down. But if you listen to people like Kim, who tell you what you need to do to fill that cup back up, to turn that light back on, to get back on that horse, get out there and shine anyway, you will change people's lives. Thank you for listening to this episode. And Kim, thank you for joining us today here on the Course Creators Podcast. It's been amazing having you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And thank you so much, everyone who's listening. Enjoy. Have a beautiful day, night, wherever you are.
And if you want to create your very own online course in 30 days, just like Kim has done too, please come and join us on the next 30-day course creation group coaching program. That is my Concept to Course program. It only runs a couple of times a year. I take a small group of people in, and over 30 days, I will personally help you online in this group in a secret space to create and publish your very own online course too. You can come and join us there at sarahcordiner.com/do it. And I look forward to helping you create your online course and getting it out to the world too. Bye-bye for now.